haven't touched your breakfast.
I'm not hungry. You must hate me.
What do you mean?
I've caused everyone so much trouble. And you've got enough on your plate with people who are really sick.
You're very lucky to be alive, Linda.
Am I?
You might not feel like it yet, but it will. Now eat your breakfast. Your parents are coming in to see you this morning. You need to keep your strength up.
Where's Ned?
I gave him the morning off to go to the hospital.
Best thing. Poor kid. She's going to need their support after what she's been through.
Well, that's not how I see it. So, I think she should be ashamed of what she's put them through.
She was frightened, Jack. She didn't know where to turn.
Well, that's what families are supposed to be for, isn't it? Or maybe you think that's old-fashioned.
I don't think we can afford to be that judgmental.
Well, the way I see it is there's a difference between right and wrong. That's what we teach our kids. Now, if she'd gone to see Jan and Ned, they'd have seen her through it.
And if Robert had been able to talk to us, perhaps he would never have run away. People in glass houses and all that.
How are you feeling now, love?
Well, the doctor says I can get out of bed if I want. So I must be on the mend.
Best not overdo it, though, eh?
I brought you these magazines in case you get bored.
Thanks, Mum. Shouldn't you be at work, Dad?
Don't you worry about that. Jack's sent to have as much time off as I need. Everybody just wants you to get better.
I haven't got the flu, Dad. I've lost a baby. Well, some people say I murdered it.
I don't start talking like that.
Why not? It's the truth.
You're a young lass. You've got your whole life in front of you. All this is best forgotten.
I saw a machine at the end of the corridor, Ned. Why don't you go and get us a cup of tea?
Hey?
I could really do with one.
Oh, yeah, right.
Thanks, Mum.
You've got something to say, Linda. Let's get it off your chest.
I don't know where to start.
Oh, take your time, love. I'm here as long as you want me.
I was so frightened, Mum. Frightened and alone.
Did you mean to harm yourself? Or the baby? Or both?
I don't know. I just wanted it to be over with.
You should have come to me.
I'm sorry, Mum. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. I know.
Right, gotta be off to work.
Ew, what about your breakfast?
Well, there's no time. I'll pick some up when I get there.
Hang on, Biff.
What's up?
We took you in when you'd nowhere to go.
I know, Betty, and I'm really grateful
Oh,
for it.
give over. I'm not looking for thanks. It's the best day's work I ever did. You're a good lad. I look on you as one of my own, but... Well, I like to think that if ever you had any troubles, you'd come to me.
Can't hide much from you, can I?
What's wrong, love?
It's not me that's in trouble, Betty. It's somebody I care about, and I just don't know what I can do to help.
Kathy is going to be godmother. I've already asked her and she's agreed. So there's nothing to discuss.
And the fact that she happens to be my ex-wife isn't important.
Hey, the fact that she was at the bird's more important to me.
Well, I was there at the conception, which ought to count for something.
Chris, let me do this my way.
Well, let's at least have the party at Home Farm. It's bigger, so there'll be more room for guests.
And it'll please Frank.
Well, he's Joseph's grandfather.
Well, you remember what it was like when we stayed there? He'll just take over the whole christening. It'll become a Frank Tape Enterprises extravaganza. I want this to be our party at our house.
You just can't compromise, can you? You can never take the easy way out.
I don't want to make things easy for Frank. I don't like the way he's behaving. I mean, take this dingle business, for
Hey,
example.
you can't be defending them. They're just a bunch of layabouts.
No, it's the principle. He's putting profit before people, as usual. I'm going to go to the public meeting and I'm going to speak out.
Well, I guess you want me to break all this good news to Dad.
Well, he is your father.
It is not easy living with you sometimes, Rachel.
Stick with me, kid. It only gets better.
because of that.
She's asleep.
Did she say anything?
Just that she was sorry. There was a lot I could have said, maybe should have said, but looking at her, we could have lost her, Ned.
I know. Your tea's cold.
It doesn't matter.
We ought to be going. I've got to see Frank Tate about the tenancy.
You go. I'll stay here a while.
Right. I'll see them all back at lunchtime.
Home farm in the village.
Hey?
Don't want you go near the ways again. Have enough trouble as it is.
Yeah. See you later.
Well, you know what my feelings are. You'd be daft to give up this job. There's still plenty on the dole, you know.
Yeah, well, you want to tell Kathy that. I guess bottom line is she doesn't trust me, eh, Kim?
Well, you've only got yourself to blame. She was still bang out of order, especially now. The family's got enough to cope with, Lindy.
Hey up.
Hiya. Just go see Frank.
Good luck, Dad.
Yeah, and from me.
It's another thing. If I give up this job, Kim would see to it that my dad didn't get that tenancy. Get Bracky's out.
Hey.
Morning.
Hi, Ned. Come in. How's Linda?
Oh, she's coming home tomorrow.
Good. That'll be a weight off your mind, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right, Ned, let's get down to business. Holgate Farm. Sit down. The old boy was a bit past it towards the end. It's going to be a lot of hard work to bring it up to scratch.
Hey, I'm not scared of hard graft.
No, I'm sure you're not. Like son, like father. We've been delighted with everything young Dave's done up here, haven't we?
I don't know what we'd have done without him.
Holgate provided produce for the holiday farm shop. There's a packaging arrangement. We want the farm logo to be on everything. You will continue that.
Whatever you want.
Of course, you maybe wanted to consider diversifications up there.
Well, I haven't planned out as yet, you know.
Good, because I want to be consulted. Now, the Dingles. I've given them 2 weeks' notice. You'll not be bothered with them.
Well, there's a rumour flying around the village, you know.
Ned, let's get one thing straight. I make the decisions around here.
Right.
Home Farm Estate's the biggest employer around these parts. It's about time people started to appreciate that.
We're a team, and we expect members of that team to spread the word when it's needed.
I understand, Mrs. Tate.
Good. Let's shake on it, then.
Well, I hope you'll not be expecting support from us.
Not likely. You'd clean Frank Tate's boots with your tongue to get your hands on the old git farm.
Don't you speak to me like that.
Here, Jan, don't waste your time having a row with Mighty Mouth. She's not worth it.
And you've enough on your plate just now.
Aye. We know about Linda.
Oh, see.
We don't want to interfere, Jan, but if there's aught we can do to help, you know where to come.
Oh, hiya. I'm glad I caught you. Invitations for Joseph's christening. Seth and Betty.
Thanks.
Jan and Ned.
We'll be there, bless his little cotton socks.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel.
I'm glad to see that Tina's getting the posters up. I hope we'll all be there too.
I won't.
No, well, it's a bit difficult for her and Ned with tenancy coming up.
Yeah, I suppose so, but we need a good turnout. It's about time Frank Tate had his wings clipped.
I'll drink to that.
Keep over.
Probably be all round village, so might as well tell you myself. About our Linda.
Ned's a good, solid bloke, isn't he? I think the farm's in good hands.
Yeah. I doubt you'll be quite so pleased about this. Invitation to Joseph's christening.
Well, I hope they've given us plenty of notice. There's the catering to organise. Everything's got to be just right for little Josie.
It's not going to be here, Frank.
What?
They're holding it at Mill Cottage.
Well, I'm going to have to put them straight on that one. It's not near big enough.
You haven't heard the best bit yet. Kathy Bates is godmother.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, it's the baby I feel sorry for. Having her as a role model could traumatise him for life.
What does Chris think he's playing at?
I doubt he had much to do with it. I reckon this is Rachel thumbing her nose at us.
I'm going to have a word with him. It's about time he learned how to keep that one in her place.
Hey, do us a favour, eh? Go easy on Jan.
Why should I?
Well, it's Linda. She's in hospital. She took a jab to get rid of her baby.
It's her own fault, isn't it? I'd never do out that stupid.
No? Well, your pregnancy, well, look, weren't exactly a triumph, were it?
Look, I don't want to fall out with you, Jan. I know how much this farm means to you.
It'd be like a dream come true for him.
Oh, I know. I understand how you feel.
We've got it.
Oh, Ned, that is wonderful! Congratulations. I'll leave you to your celebrations. More invitations to deliver.
It's about time this family had a bit of luck. Maybe this'll be the turning point for us.
I thought all this was going to be yours and Sam's one day. Sorry, son.
It's not your fault, Dad.
Hey, we're not giving up yet, you know. Our Tina's out and our Sam putting posters up. There's plenty of fight left in us.
But the likes of Frank Tate are used to winning. Can get the best lawyers, pay bribes if they have to.
Money talks, Mum.
Aye. And all it says to the likes of us is goodbye.
Well, thanks, Rachel. I'll be proud to be godfather.
It's what Joe would have wanted. Would you like the christening gown? It's all clean and pressed from Victoria.
Oh, yeah, Sarah, thanks. Best keep up traditions.
Hi, Ned. How's Linda?
Ah, she's on the mend, thanks.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
We were just planning the celebrations for young Joseph's christening.
Ah, great stuff.
I expect Jan and Ned will be planning their own celebrations. Well, for getting the Holgate Farm tenancy. I'm sorry, didn't you know? I thought everyone in the village seemed to...
Everyone except me.
Look, it's not how it seems, Jack.
I gave you time off to go and see Linda. Now I find out you've been sneaking around home farm, feathering your nest. Is that what you call loyalty?
I didn't want to say out until I was sure.
Well, now you've got what you wanted, you can sling your hook.
You what?
I don't want to see you on my land anymore. Got that?
Oh, sorry. Is it okay if I can visit Linda now?
Of course, come in. Perhaps I could have a quick word with the two of you together about the implications of all this.
Biff isn't the father. If he was, I wouldn't be in here.
Right. Sorry. Look, I'll leave you to your visit.
I didn't think you'd come.
What are you on about?
Didn't think you ever want to see me again after what I've done.
Don't be daft.
Maybe it'd be better if you hadn't.
Linda, you know how I feel about you.
Everything's changed, Biff. It'll never be the same again.
It will.
Mum didn't say much. Maybe she never will. I could see it in her eyes.
Look, stop being so hard on yourself.
I know how she feels about abortion. I've heard it often enough. Of course she was talking about those sort of girls. The ones I shouldn't mix with. I never thought it could be me.
Oi. It should be Danny that's taking the blame, not you.
No, I was a fool. I should have seen what it was really like.
Isn't there anything that I can do?
Hold me, Biff. Hold me.
It's about time you put your foot down, son.
Well, that's an unfortunate choice of phrase.
You know what I mean.
The idea of Kathy being godmother is completely ridiculous.
Look, it's Rachel's choice.
Don't you have any control over her?
Well, frankly, no, I don't. Rachel does what she thinks is right. I may not always agree with it and like it, but I admire her for it.
Well, maybe it's time you thought where your loyalties ought to be.
It's just a christening, Kim, not World War III. I suppose I better tell you. Rachel's also involved with this public meeting tonight about Holgate Farm.
You're not going to defend her on that?
Like I said, she does what she thinks is right.
But you're still a shareholder in Home Farm Estates. And I'm entitled to expect some backing on this one, Chris.
Of course.
I'm going to go to that meeting too. It's about time someone told the village the real facts.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Dad.
Oh, you're going to do more than that, son. You've earned a lot of money out of this company over the years. Now's your chance to earn it. You're going to go to that meeting too, and you're going to be backing me all the way.
I thought she was going to die. At least she's off the machines now.
Well, there was nothing you could have done, Biff. I mean, you didn't even know what was happening.
But why didn't she tell me? I thought we were getting on really well. If she'd have trusted me, she'd have said something. And at least I could have tried to help.
Jan and Ned will be saying exactly the same.
If I ever catch up with Danny Weir again, I'll kill him.
Hey, now I don't want to hear any of that sort of talk. Ned's going along that road and it'll do no good to no one. Linda wants help, not a war.
So what should I do?
Just be there for her.
Maybe that's not what she wants.
It's what she needs.
I don't suppose I can blame Jack. I'd have been angry if I'd have been in his shoes.
Well, we've done nothing wrong. You'd have given him notice if he'd given you the chance.
There's no need for that now, anyway. I just hope there's no problems with the tenancy.
Aye.
Hey, Cocker.
Me and Kelly will be off out tonight.
Oh, don't tell me you've saved up enough to take your pictures again.
No, we're off to the meeting.
Since when have you been into that sort of thing?
Kelly reckons we should take an interest in local politics. It's important.
Oh, aye. Well, if she can talk sense into people and help get rid of the dingles, I'm all for it.
I know. She thinks we should be organising against Tates. It's a typical example of an uncaring big business.
Well, that's all we need. Linda in hospital and our Roy turn into Chairman Mao.
It'll just be a phase he's going through, Ned, like stamp collecting.
Oh, you think so? Well, I haven't signed the tenancy yet, Jan. And if people give Frank enough trouble, he might just decide to forget it.
Last one.
What do you think, Mum?
It's perfect.
Are you going to give the troops a pep talk before they go into battle?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm very proud of you both. And, well, I think that Frank Tate's going to be dead sorry that he ever started this fight.
Hooray! Come on, let's go!
Right.
Oh, Helen Ackroyd, Hot and Courier. What do you hope to achieve from this meeting, Mr. Dingle?
Justice.
Well,
come on.
Justice?
Yeah.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Oh, Mr. Tate, anything for the Hot and Courier?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Home Farm Estates have brought prosperity and employment to Emmerdale, and our continued policy of expansion can only do good for the area. If the actions of a few irresponsible people caused a rethink of those plans, the effect could be disastrous for the local economy and would certainly include a rise in unemployment. There's a copy there, love, if you haven't got it all down. And I want it printed in full, please. Thank you. Thanks for showing up, lads. I know I can count on your support.
It's a shame some people don't know where their loyalties should be.
We better not sit together. Don't want to remind your dad that you're sleeping with the enemy.
Bad news. Jack sacked me because of tenancy.
You're joking.
If it don't work out, Dingles aren't going to be the only ones that's own us. So you better keep it real sweet with Frank and Kim.
This is our meeting, not his.
Yeah, we need somebody to talk with a bit of authority. Go on, Mr. Pollard. You can say the right thing.
Here.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the village hall. Good evening. This meeting has been called because the Holgate Farm dispute has highlighted concern for rural housing.
Hang on a minute.
There are many people who are worried that families who've had roots around here for generations are being squeezed out in the interests of holidaymakers.
Rubbish.
Holidaymakers, I might add, who have little or indeed no respect for our beautiful countryside.
What are you talking about? I'm just trying to get my hands on what is right.
I will have an orderly meeting. Everybody will get their chance to speak. After all, that is what democracy is all about, is it not?
It is.
I can't believe you could be so pig-headed.
I couldn't just let him get away with it, could I?
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Who do you think is going to help you with topping? Because it isn't going to be me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the meeting. I suggest you use the time to think things over.
Now, I don't know much about public speaking. I'm just an ordinary bloke, me, like the rest of you. But Mr. Tate says that he's making money for the village. And that's why he's putting us on the streets.
Rubbish! I'm putting you out because you have no right to be there.
Keep order. I shall have to ask you to leave, Frank.
Thank you, Mr. Pollard. Well, it seems to me that he's making money for the Tates, as I've not seen much of it get to the rest of us. Now, you may not like us. You may not care if we go or if we stay. But think on this. It could be any one of you next time if your family get in the way of the Tates. Exactly. So I think it's about time we all stood together on this and said, no! No!
Now, I've had my rows with the Dingles. I think you all know about that. And I don't suppose we'll ever see eye to eye, but the Dingles belong here. They were born and bred here, and that's a lot more important.
I've had enough.
Anything.
Sit down, Frank. I will have order at this meeting only when you're called.
I just called myself.
This is totally out of order.
Shut up. There's been enough lies told here tonight. It's about time you listen to the facts. The Dingles aren't some harmless bunch of yokels. They're a pack of thieves with a string of criminal convictions as long as your arm.
You can't say that, can you, Mr. Pollard?
I will ask you to temper your language.
They've had their say, now I'm having mine. There are laws in this country to deal with people like them.
He doesn't care for us and we don't care for him.
I'm happy to put my faith in the law of the land, because that's what you're taking on, and you have to face the consequences.
So let him tarry, let him sink or let him swim. He doesn't care for us and we don't care for him. He's the boss and we're the workers, and once his day is done, his day is coming like the rising of the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, and if you enjoyed tonight, you're going to love tomorrow night at the Woolpack. We're having a special Save the Dingles fundraiser.